Hello world, Lisa Friedrichsen, your friend and computer science professor with another short screencast. This time we're in the textbook series. We're working off of this textbook and some of its predecessors, and we're up to chapter 9 on tables. The news is that the tables chapter is one of the shortest and easiest chapters in the book. I have a YouTube on that specific topic in HTML tables and using the CSS hover pseudo class that you might want to watch. Also, the textbook is quite good with their little hands-on exercises of explaining how to build tables. Here's the table that you'll create for the Pacific Trails project. The one thing I want to emphasize about tables, however, is that you only want to use table tags for tabular information. I know that seems obvious. Days of old, we used tables to align content, and we put our content in different cells to position it on the page. Those days are completely gone. Now we use grid and flex boxes and float, as you learned in the previous chapters, to position our content. So be sure you only use the table tag for small lists of information, such as what you see on the screen. If you get more than 4 columns of any size, the table is difficult to see on a small phone. So if your table is really large, you might want to consider just making a PDF of it and allowing people to download it so that it's a standalone document rather than attempting to cram all that on a small screen size. So this table is just about as wide as you probably want to tackle on a web page. The code for the table in the HTML is straightforward. You have your overall table tag, you have each row, we've got 4 rows, and then we've got 4 columns in each row. In this case, the first row being the table header, element, and all the other rows containing table data. The only awkward thing of this chapter is probably the name that she chose for this class attribute. We add a class attribute to the table data cells in rows 2, 3, and 4, that second cell, and then we use that text class attribute value in our CSS to left align that content so that when we look at the table again, we see that all of the table data is centered except for these 3 cells are left aligned. And that's not awkward in and of itself, but why we use the class value of text to do that is a little bit of a head scratcher for me, but that's what the instruction is in the textbook, so that's what I would encourage you to do as well. Here are the other declarations that you will use to style the table after the heavy lifting of CSS in chapters 6, 7, and especially 8. Enjoy the reprieve of chapter 9. Enjoy this short chapter that shows you how to code and style tables. Thank you.